Hi beautiful, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna learn how to do the Nivi drape, but with a bump, a baby bump. This is perfect for if you are pregnant yourself and you're going to a wedding and you have to wear a Kanjipuram silk sari, which are definitely harder to drape. Or if you're going to be draping someone else's sari and they are pregnant, going to their baby shower or walahapu or even just an event and draping the silk sari. I'm gonna share some tips and tricks that as a pregnant woman I find comfortable, but also will look good and accentuate the bump. So let's get started. As always, the first step is to iron the entire sari, so you're starting with a blank slate. You can start taking your pallu pleats, and you can refer to the videos I have on how to pleat. I'll link it here. The one thing I would do differently is that when I'm pregnant, I feel like the wider the pleats, the better, just because it gives you more coverage and you're able to kind of fan out the pleats. But it's really up to you and your preference. You might prefer narrow pleats even when you are pregnant, so just make that decision and take the pleats however narrow or wide you'd like it. Once you're happy with your pallu pleats, you want to make sure that you iron the chest pleats. Now, usually for chest pleats, you would iron up to about your waist. For pregnant women, or if you're draping on a pregnant woman, you want to make sure you're ironing the chest pleats even lower than that. This is because it's going to drape the bump, and you want it to drape nicely over the bump and not be too puffy. So take it a little bit lower and iron that part so that it lays nice and flat. So I've ironed my pallu pleats and I'm happy with how they turned out. Now, the most important part of draping a sari when you're pregnant is your undergarments. Now, comfort is the most important part. And so when you go to wear a sari, I highly recommend a Saree Silhouette. I'm biased here, but they're the most comfortable at any time, but especially when you're pregnant. Now you have a very important decision to make. Are you going to wear it higher on your bump or lower on your bump? This will be determined by two questions. Do you like it, or are you more comfortable with it higher up or lower? And how much skin do you want to show? Because if you wear the skirt up here, the sari is going to drape over it and you're not going to show very much of your bump. And if you drape it here, it doesn't mean that you're going to show your whole bump. The pallu is going to cover the bump, but you're going to see a lot more skin from the sides. So whatever you're comfortable with and whatever you prefer, you can choose to do. So the purposes of this video, I'm gonna keep my skirt up here for now, but I am gonna move it lower when I go to do my front pleats. And so if you are wearing it up here, regardless of how high or low you're wearing your skirt, you wanna make sure you're tucking it in as flat as possible, both to ensure that there's no bulges, but also for your comfort as well. As you normally would, you wanna make sure you're starting to pleat from the left of your belly button. And depending on how wide or narrow you'd like your pleats and how much sari you have to work with, I would say you want to still make sure you have 5 or 6 pleats. So adjust accordingly. And so I got 5 pleats here, and I'm just going to stagger them and then pin them together and tuck them in. So before you tuck it in, you want to make sure you pull this part of the sari that's coming up from the pallu and just like lay it down like that. You can even go ahead and tuck it into your skirt if you want here at this point, and then that way you have that nice coverage here, and then you can go ahead and tuck it in. I hope you found this video useful. My goal with this video is that you don't have to be intimidated by wearing silk saris when you're pregnant. I'd love to know, are you the person draping the sari on someone who's pregnant, or are you pregnant yourself? If yes, how far along are you, and where will you be wearing your Kanjipuram silk sari? I'd love to know in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up if you did find it useful, and I will see you in a future video.